It's here at last. It's here at last. Thank God Almighty. It's here at last.
And it's beautiful.
Decades in the making. A museum that chronicles both the tragedies and triumphs of American history. The 19th Museum of the Smithsonian campus exhibits over 3,500 artifacts to honor the African American journey.
I know that you both have had a chance with your family to tour here. What were your first impressions, Mr. President?
The first impression is just you are not just getting a chronological narrative of slavery and the civil rights movement, but you're also reminded of how much the African American experience has contributed to American culture and American music and sports and film. This will end up being a museum for all Americans.
We remember Mrs. Obama at the Democratic National Convention when you said, "I wake up every morning in a house built by slaves."
And I watch my daughters, two beautiful, intelligent black young women, playing with their dogs on the White House lawn.
And then you come into this museum with your young daughters. What was that like for you?
We were so happy that we were able to bring 3 generations to our visit. We had my mom with us as well. One of the many things that struck me was that so much of what has happened and is represented in this museum has happened in our lifetime. You know, when you think about the fact that my great-great-grandfather was a slave, and today I live in the White House, that progress is huge and it's fast.
To see an exhibit of your 8 years and your contributions, what does that mean to you?
What the museum does do is put my presidency, our work in the White House, in context and explains that we were standing on the shoulders of giants. So we're humbled that we'll be part of this story, but I think we think of ourselves as a pretty small part of the story.
People will see themselves all throughout this exhibit. They'll hear their voices.
They're Afro picks.
Yeah, right. The
I had to
picks,
explain
right.
to the kids that
what that was.
the pick with the fist,
right.
That was the one you had at home, but then they also had the fold-up clip so it didn't tear up your jeans.
The green and red.
The green and red one.
Please,
fold it over.
So that one you could put in your pocket.
Absolutely.
And so those cultural details are absolutely critical to transmit to the next generation.
We talk about American history, African American history. I think, Mr. President, at the time, I think the young boy's name was Jacob. When he came up to you and he wanted to touch your hair to know if it felt like his hair.
Right.
To know that there are young people who now believe, because of both of you, that anything is possible. How does that make you feel in your heart and your head?
You know, I always say I do really well with the 8-year-olds and 6-year-old demographic. I think, first of all, my name is fun to say, and they always say it in just one word, Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
Hey, you're Barack Obama. Hey, Barack Obama. I do think my presidency has sent a message to kids across the board. The sense that the human spirit can transform even the worst of circumstances into something beautiful and powerful.
And finally for you, Mrs. Obama, during your husband's administration, this has happened. What does it mean for you?
It means everything. First of all, I'm so grateful to the folks who worked so hard to make this happen. This didn't happen overnight. People have been fighting for this
For decades.
and for decades and decades.
And there was bipartisan support for
That's
this.
right.
And President Bush, my predecessor,
Absolutely.
Was actively involved in helping to get this done.
It's one of the few places on earth that tells the complete story of my existence as a black person. And they've done an excellent job of it. And I just encourage the world to come see it. It will be a point of pride for this nation.